Yes, sir. What it do? Snackers and snackettes. It's your boy Gage at Loading Snacks here. Brought a couple fellas into the spot with me so we can do this hangout. We're gonna talk about Destiny 2.0, the Taken King, how we feel, what we like, what we don't like, what changes there are, and so forth. We're gonna get a little bit of extra perspective. Got a couple of myself and my man Killer on the Xbox One, my homie New Joker, that y'all know and have seen before from all our awesome con coverage, with the PS4 love and some Xbox One love. So without any further ado, Killer, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, bruh?
What up, with you? I'm Killer 313 Squad on Xbox One. I play Destiny a lot.
No
That's all
doubt.
I can say.
No
Shit, what
doubt.
I'm supposed to say, Stats?
I see you. I see your Twitch at the bottom of your thing, there, bruh.
Are,
What's your
are you
What's your
catching my
Twitch?
Twitch? Freeze 2828. Uh, we do this game. We try to take the game into a whole nother level for real. So that's why I'm in this broadcast with my man Snacks real quick.
No doubt, no doubt. And then my homie New Joker.
Yo,
Introduce yourself,
yo,
bruh.
yo. So, New Joker. So on Instagram, it's the only one that's different. Instagram, you got New Joker 7, but Xbox, PlayStation, and Twitch is all New Joker 89. So you get at me the same way all on there.
My man. My man, my man. So listen, without any further ado, let's talk a little bit about the Destiny, the changes that came with 2.0. So for those of y'all that don't know, Destiny came out just a little over a year ago. There were some people who were a little upset about the story. They didn't like Peter Dinklage's voice as the Ghost. Complaints about not having enough space for things like your vaults and the upgrade system, and having to once you hit level 20, having to work to get armor that has certain light levels so that you could then continue to boost yourself up to what eventually became the level cap, which was 34. Took a lot of time, a lot of work, was confusing for a lot of people. It forced a lot of people out. And so they made a lot of changes when they did an update about 2 weeks ago to what they call Destiny 2.0. So with that said, gentlemen, how do we feel about just that change from the original Destiny to 2.0?
Well, that change to 2.0, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. With all the updates and everything, I would say, for me, when you got the cap at 20 and just had to get the extra armor with all the light and everything, I didn't necessarily have a problem with that. But you know, now with a lot of people that aren't that great necessarily at playing, you can just kind of level up a lot easier from just doing your everyday kind of stuff. So getting kills, completing missions, everything, you just earn that experience to get up to it. So everyone, honestly, anyone can get up to the level and no problem whatsoever. It's just getting those extra armor pieces to get the extra light that you want to get.
And that's the struggle of the whole game for real, is getting the armor. And a lot of people think they can rush it. It's just a time-consuming process for real. Nobody knew what they gonna drop gonna be. It's just gonna happen.
So, so now basically the leveling system is a lot more like a regular role-playing game, where you play the game and you level up till you hit the level cap. But so once you hit the level cap, the new level cap is 40. And so the trick is, you still got light levels, but your light levels are on everything. It's on your weapons, it's on your armor, it's on your ghost, it's on your new stuff like your artifact. And it's finding better equipment that has higher light levels, because that makes you stronger, not just in terms of how much damage you do, but in terms of how much damage you take. And so while getting up to the level and getting to the level cap opens up certain things for you. Like, there's just certain weapons and pieces of armor and things like that you won't be able to use until you hit level 38, level 40, stuff like that. So you still have to build up. So just building yourself up in terms of your regular level will give you access to certain weapons and things like that. But then if you want to get stronger, still kind of got to fight to get those pieces that'll give you that higher light level, right?
Right. And I also paid attention to, once you start getting higher up, you start getting better drops, as in stronger armor.
Absolutely.
If you're low level, of course they're going to drop that green armor at first, or that just a little bit higher rear armor. But once you get up to 280, of course they're gonna start giving you 300 or better defense or 280 or better defense.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I
So it's
just
really just about putting that time in, like you said.
right. That's what
Yeah.
it's about, time and process.
So one of the other big changes they made, or a couple of the other big changes they made when they switched to 2.0, besides just like how you level in your light, was the addition to like your vault space and having like certain things like your exotics and things like that actually have a collection area where you can go back. If you get rid of them, you go back and get them again anytime. How y'all feel about that?
I
I
think it's
can,
pretty cool. I mean, for the, like for me, like the last couple of rounds that I did with a couple of the higher end bosses on there, I actually had 2 exotics drop that actually were the same. So I ended up fusing one of those with one of my legendary shotguns that was on there to help build that up, and the other one I actually used for my sword. Sword's pretty dope.
Got you. Before we
I,
go too much further, I want to welcome my man Sticks back into the call. He dropped out right before we started. Probably because it's Green Bay losing, bruh?
Nah,
Are they losing?
we just down one.
I mean, nah, that's losing though, bruh.
They're losing.
But okay,
That one can cause the game.
that's right. Hey, all right, so do me a favor, man. Sticks, introduce yourself. Tell everybody where they can catch you as far as like your gamer tag or Instagram or whatever.
Name is Sticks. Sticks2K9 is the gamer tag. STIX. If you need somebody, Titan Master Race. If you need somebody,
Word?
add it in there.
yeah, warlocks, man.
Warlock is where it's at, man.
Warlocks all day, man.
We got
Real talk, dog. I'm a warlock dude, man. I don't know about this master. I mean, I understand with the hammers and all that. We
But
gonna
nah,
get to that.
The
I run
hammer's
with my
dope.
Titan
Hammer
too,
time.
though, man. I run with my Titan though.
I feel you. I'm that. I like that Stormcaller thing, man. I'm
Yeah.
feeling that.
That warlock #1, man. They OP, man. You gotta face the fact that it's things that we can do.
What's this, my intro? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That was your intro. This is how we treat your intro when your team losing. You know what I'm saying?
My team won, so
You can say what you want.
I literally was playing a game on Crucible, and I guess dude had the joint where you could sense when somebody had a super charged up. Batman
Yeah.
hit a U-turn. It just like didn't shoot at me or nothing. I didn't even use my super. I was just waiting, and
Right.
I had the joint charged up. It was like, nah, I'm good.
Oh man. All right. Hey, look, what we just talking about right now, just the changes they made going into 2.0. We talked about the differences in like light levels and that kind of stuff. Now we just kind of talk about like the additional vault space and stuff like that. The Joker was just saying that he had, he likes, the new vault space and the way stuff stacks. What you think, Killer?
I like the vault space, but I never really had an issue with the vault space. Like a lot of people, I heard a lot of issues with the vault space, but
Yeah.
I look at it like if you want no hoarder to keep unnecessary things around, you won't have a problem either. If people keep
Right.
unnecessary things around in a game, and it's not going to change. You don't use it, why keep it? Dismantle it. Let it go.
Just break it down. Yeah, I
And with
mean, I think some people, I think the biggest complaints with the vault space was for people who were running multiple characters, and they're trying to share all that stuff between their characters, so they're trying to keep it in their vault so they can move it back and forth. I mean, for me, I really only run one serious character.
I ran 3 characters.
You run 3 warlocks, or you run 3 separate joints?
separate characters. I didn't have an
Okay.
issue with the vault space.
I
I
feel you.
had 3 icebreakers. I had 3 Gallahorns. I had it all.
I got
Like,
3 Gallahorns. Useless now.
I'm talking about before Zay even dropped it. I had it already.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
but
I
it's
feel-
about how you manage certain guns. You only need one of though.
Yeah.
It's just,
I mean,
your
I like
main-
what they did with like the shaders and being able to put the shaders like
I
in a
do like
separate, area,
I
stuff like
do
that. So I dig that. I honestly, I don't really care about like the banners and stuff. The only thing that matters for me as far as the banners is like if it's a banner that you could use that's gonna get you like, what I'm saying, you're gonna get a higher ranking with certain people or whatever, then maybe it's worth having. But the banners, that ain't really no big deal to me. But I definitely like the fact that, if you had exotics, even though a lot of the year 1 exotics are technically useless now, I like the fact that if you worked hard and you got them, you know, you don't necessarily have to worry about having a vault space to keep them because you can go in and you can just get them again. You get the blueprints for them, you can just get them again if you want to. I mean, it's gonna cost you something, but at least you could do it.
Yeah. You know,
So
a lot
I think that's
the ones how they steal for Crucible for real. Like it don't matter in Crucible, so they still use
yeah,
it.
yeah, that's real. That's real.
Yeah.
Tune, what you think about the changes so far with the just the update to the 2.0? How you feel about it?
For me, it's been a while since I played the game. So even before, because I mean, I jumped on to other stuff just because I kind of felt like I had everything that I needed until the DLC came out. So,
Gotcha.
um, I mean, it's probably been over a month since I played the game
It
before
was a
taking,
while.
and it felt like a whole new game to me. It felt fresh. I was loving the quest. I was like, dang, I got all this vault space to put all my crap
Yeah.
in. I mean, I just loved the changes that they made. I was like, this feels like a whole new game. I mean, I definitely felt like after buying it, I was like, damn, I felt stupid for buying the Dark Below and all the other stuff because, like, it doesn't scale right to me. Like the amount of content you get in the Taken King versus what you got in the Dark Below, you're like, man, you feel hoodwinked.
Yeah,
But
but well, I mean, we'll get into that a little bit. I'm glad you mentioned the quest though, because that was another update they did. The quest system is different. You can carry a lot more quests. You can carry like 16 bounties now instead of only being able to carry like 6. And you can turn bounties in on the fly. That's probably my favorite thing about this whole update is being able to like be out in the field, running to do your bounties, knock out a couple of them and turn them in right away.
think about it. Think about it though. You
What's
could
that?
travel through space, but you couldn't turn in a bounty unless you was in the building. Think
That's
about
what I'm saying. Like
it.
the thing that's crazy for me is like I enjoy the game. Like my favorite part of the game is shooting shit. So if I'm out, if I'm doing like a strike playlist, right? Like why make a strike playlist and you just gonna keep doing strikes over and over again? I get in with 2 or 3 people, and while we doing the strike playlist, I'm like, well, damn, I need to go back to the tower, turn in these bounties or whatever. Now I'm breaking it up. Now I'm not. Now it's like I can grab a bunch of quests, grab a bunch of bounties, jump into a playlist, knock them out while I'm playing, and not have to leave out of that portion to go all the way back to the tower, deal with that loading screen, then go up to the dude, turn it in, swap all my equipment, make sure I got on the right thing so that when I turn them in, I get the experience. You know what I mean? Like it's just boom, you just hit the button, go into it, turn it in, get the experience.
And now if you leave your strike, you gonna mess up your buff for the legendary.
Yeah. Exactly.
Now it comes in hand.
Yeah. The other thing that's tight about that is like, you know, if you're leveling your character, you're not at 40 yet, and you have a weapon that's on you that you or armor that you can't use yet, you can level on in the field and then immediately swap over to that new weapon that you haven't been able to use yet because your level goes up. You don't got to go all the way back and pull it out. So again, that's probably my favorite part about it is I think that it was smart of them to make it so that you don't have to continue to break up the fun that you're having while you're playing so that you can go and level up. You should level up in the field as you play. So I really dig that. That's probably my next favorite piece of it.
One of the things that caught my attention that I like a lot is that you can use your motes of light for leveling up
to upgrade.
That is one of the best things they could ever did.
Yep, I agree. Because you just get them like you just sitting on them.
They just useless. They was useless before.
Yeah.
Suffer when Zerk come. That's it. What else you gonna use a motor light for? Nothing.
That's it.
And that's one of the big changes I say that they did perfectly.
Dig it. Hey, now, new Joker. I'm gonna ask you because I know you've been playing hard on the PS4.
Mm-hmm.
What have you seen? What differences have you seen between the two? Like, have you had a chance to jump in and play with new weapons that we don't have on the Xbox side, or playlists, you know, with the strikes or anything like that we haven't had a chance to do?
I've had a couple because I know it was a couple of extra. I don't remember if it was stripes. A couple of extra missions in one way that you get on the PlayStation that you don't get on the Xbox.
Okay.
But other than those couple few, I don't think there was really anything other majorly difference between the two.
Not too much.
For me, it's like I wish I could just instantly transfer my Warlock from my PlayStation to the Xbox and do all at the same time too. That would be super dope.
Yeah, I feel you.
That won't be coming in the future probably.
No.
But other than that, Nothing too majorly different between the two, other than those few extra playlists that you can go on to.
All right, I could dig it. Now on the Xbox, you got to start back over from scratch. Like you starting from scratch, or you have a character.
Starting from scratch.
He started at 25, but yeah.
I had 25 because in the beginning, because of the first part of Destiny, I had a real bad love-hate relationship. I traded the game in at least 2 or 3 times probably.
What?
Because it just kept getting too repetitious, and I just said, you know what? I traded in and got something else. But then Taken King just put the game for me right back on the map like crazy. I haven't put it down since I got it.
You was running with the wrong squad. That's what I'm gonna say.
Maybe I was running with the wrong squad. That could be what it is.
On the one, man.
Yeah. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you like this, cause you know Coop never played Destiny at all. So he got it Friday. We got to start from, he got to start brand new. So we're gonna let him get in past the first mission, grab his spot, so we can jump into 25. I'm gonna start a new warlock. Yes, another warlock. You know what I'm saying? Female warlock. And we're going to run. So, like, you want to jump on, we'll jump on and run that. You know what I mean? It's no thing. But, look, having said that, let's get into the Taken King. How we feel about the Taken King, the story, the differences in the story and the storytelling from the first iteration of Destiny to this iteration of Destiny. Let me just ask y'all this. Do y'all care about Peter Dinklage not being the voice of the Ghost anymore? Does it even matter to y'all?
I definitely don't. Like, it sounds a little weird because you used to the new voice, but
right.
A lot of people complain about it, but it's just a game, man. Just listen to it and keep it pushing.
Yeah, I actually like Dinklage's voice better, for real. Like, I know Troy Baker is a major dude as far as doing voice and stuff like that, but I don't know. I like the Ghost voice being a little bit deeper. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I like it that it's changed. I like it because it's not something that you always heard.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with that, but my Ghost sounds soft now. I don't know what happened. He's
funnier though. I will give him that. Some of the wisecracks he'd be cracking now. He'd be funny though.
Yeah,
definitely funnier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could dig that. All right, so look, how y'all feel about the story with the Taken King so far, with the whole thing with Oryx? Listen, real talk, before we get too deep in that, look, if you haven't played this yet, 1, I don't know why. 2, spoilers. So there's gonna be some spoilers here. If you don't want to be spoiled, then my suggestion is hit the like button underneath, hit the subscribe button underneath, and then come back later. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you subscribe though, but then come back later so you can see what it is we can ready to say about. And I'm gonna give you a 5, 4, 3. We're gonna skip the 1. And so let's go ahead and talk about that. How y'all feel about you know what I'm saying, about this whole thing with Oryx showing up to take vengeance for the death of his son? It's almost like watching an old kung fu flick, dog.
Yeah. I like it though.
Earlier, before his son got wrecked.
Yeah, he should have showed up sooner. My man showing up like King Cooler after Frieza died. You know what I'm saying? Like what you waiting for, bruh?
Yeah, he definitely should have came a lot sooner, man, because we tore his son up over 100 times.
I feel it.
So he next to get to work like that, but they made it. They did make it a little bit more a struggle.
He's definitely more angry than his son, though.
Like, he a little mad.
He's awesome. You will die.
Yeah, he a little upset. Just a
little bit.
Now I ain't got no more kids left.
Right.
Nah, he might.
Yeah, there could be somebody else want to slide in from the side or something.
You know how he killed Darkblade's girl though. That was the crazy part.
Oh.
Yeah, he did. And like he just wiped them all out. Like it was
nothing. I didn't expect that, honestly.
Nah.
Darkblade, man, he wanted his head.
Yeah. Now that I'm with. I'm with that.
What would be good if Darkblade would become on our team and take Oryx out with us?
Yep. That actually would be sweet. That would be sweet.
Yeah.
They could size it and do something like that, man. I'd be with it.
Give it a twist.
How y'all like to set up with the Dreadnought, man? Like how it's like technically the Dreadnought almost becomes its own planet. Like you actually have to go out to this planet and set up beacons. I think it's cool because when you play the first part of Destiny, you know, the beacons and stuff like that are already set. It's kind of like the Guardians and so forth are already established. somebody's going out before you and set up beacons and stuff like that for you to do missions or take on quests and do patrols and things like that. And it's like in this case, this is brand new territory, and you're actually the guardian that's going and setting up, you know, those beacons and stuff like that. So you're technically you got the first feet on the ground. You know what I'm saying? This time around, I think that's just kind of a cool feeling. What do y'all think about that?
I like it. I like that they gave us more interaction with the game for real.
Yeah.
And that was a big plus about this time around.
Yeah.
Before, you know, we just went to go do patrols and do this and that. Now they gave us a lot more control of what we doing.
Dig it.
Definitely.
Dig it. Tunde, you kind of quiet, man. Your team lose?
We winning now.
Okay. Okay. I'm just checking, bro. I'm just checking.
Yeah.
I'm just checking. Hey, so look, I know I haven't had a chance to dig into the raid, not yet, right? I have been privy to listening. I've been in a party with some dudes doing a raid. Ain't that right?
All you hear is screaming.
Now, you know what? I'm gonna be real with you. Now these dudes try like they try like keep it together. I mean, it's a little bit, it's a little bit of back and forth when you're trying to figure it out. But I'm gonna say I've been impressed with the way that Cat's been able to be like, nah, you know what? Let's try this, do this. You know what I mean? And they kind of start working it out and getting through it. But I haven't done it myself. I just been on the outside like listening while they doing it. So Killer, give me some insight, man. What's it been like?
Man, it's a tough situation, man. It's like it do get stressful, but as it's a learning experience for real. You gotta really think because they threw some things in that you wouldn't really just guess on the first run.
Okay.
Like it's a part of the raid where you gotta jump on ships, but it's a maze. Oh, spoiler.
Right. Spoilers.
Look,
that's what the game was for. Like,
hey, I would leave that part alone, but you gotta think, man. Everybody gotta put their head together on that raid, like. Yeah. But it's still tough parts where you're not strong. We might feel like you're not strong enough and you can't do so, but you definitely it been done, so we definitely can do it.
Dig it.
But I think it's broken in a way because me and Chris Lightning, we looked at our damage when we died. They'll show how much damage you put on the boss. And it was showing like 300,000, 200,000 for one person damage. So that means we put over 1 million damage on over 1 million damage.
Yeah,
so
that's crazy.
So his damage line probably 3.5 million.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
It's a struggle.
He's stronger than Frieza.
Right. Power level over 3 million.
It's just like how Skolos was in the beginning, how they had to fix Skolos. So
yeah,
eventually they're going to fix it and tone it down a little bit.
Yeah.
So how long were you fighting them for?
The first day we played about 4 hours. Once we was,
I mean, like the run where you killed him. How long did that take?
We didn't kill him.
You haven't beat him yet.
We never beat him yet.
Yeah.
But it's because it's so many other things in that objectives you got to do at the same time, and everybody went up to the right light level either. Like we didn't have a team that.
Everybody's not there yet. Because what is it? Like,
everybody's not there to fight them.
What's minimum? 280, right?
290.
290.
290.
I ain't gonna be there tomorrow or the next day.
Like I'm 296, and I was 293 when I was fighting. I was doing enough amount of damage, and two other buddies of mine was doing enough amount of damage, but everybody wasn't just there yet. We had
the thing that people don't understand though about that light level is that it's just like a weighted average stuff. So just because you have the highest light level may not mean you do the most damage necessarily.
Right.
Well, yeah.
So
yeah, that's true, man. I was listening. You know, look, it got tricky the other day, right? I'm in the party listening, and they like, look, let's just try our Galahorns, man. Let's go back to the old school. Let's see, right?
Hey,
but then, like, they put the Galahorns on, and people was like, hey, for real, the Galahorn doing more damage than like new stuff I got. You know what I mean? Like, it was working. So maybe it wasn't the fact that it was the Galahorn. Maybe it was because the Galahorn is a solar weapon. Maybe it was the solar that was doing something to him or something like that. You know, it's those kinds of things. You're trying to figure that out.
Yeah, that's true too. Because we hit dude with the Galahorn, it hit him for 3,000. Then you got to think each Wolfpack gonna hit him for another 1,500.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
passed the Wolfpack round, so I think they didn't hit as hard.
So, so it did a good amount of damage, but
Yeah.
it dropped
I was
people's
still
light
using it
level
for a minute after
down.
the Taken King came out.
But it
Yeah.
dropped people's light level down, so they couldn't do it.
Exactly.
Still got
Having it on
stuff.
you, the light level dropped down because of what the light level is on it now. So
Right. It dropped
yeah,
me
I know a
down
lot of
to
cats is talking
2.7.
about upgrading that truth, you know what I'm saying, to the
I got it
2.0.
fully upgraded. Yeah, I had to cash out on it. I got it.
Did you?
Thanks that.
Did you? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's gonna be my next move, man. I'm gonna have to get that truth and upgrade it, bruh.
And to be crazy, nobody wanted to use the True Rocket the first year one. For real.
Yeah, I know. I know.
But
But you know
now,
what? For a long time, that was the only exotic I had was the truth. So that's the joint I used.
and now you got to.
Yep. Yep.
That
Yeah,
that's
that
the
that joint, the universal remote, man. That's my favorite joint, that universal remote. But
that's the next best things, man.
yeah, that thing ain't doing too much. It ain't doing too much. Hey, so look, man, we're not gonna do too much more. You know what I'm saying? Talking about it, we're not gonna spoil it for people. I do want to ask this though, in you guys' opinion, right? All right, so it's been a year. Taken King comes out. It's Destiny 2.0. It's technically not Destiny 2. We know that Destiny is supposed to be a 10-year game, right? With the first version of Destiny, when they gave that to us, they gave it to us and told us up front, you're getting 2 sets of DLC, right? So we got the 2 pieces of DLC. Now we got 2.0. We've seen a lot of changes to the game. When it comes down to the end of the year, right? When you look at the games that have come out this year, like The Witcher, the new Mad Max, Metal Gear Solid 5 just dropped. And when you start thinking about Game of the Year contenders for the year 2015, is the update to Destiny 2.0, The Taken King, does that qualify technically as a new game? Should that game be in the running for Game of the Year against these other games? Or because it's technically a game from last year and they basically just did, an update to it, does it no longer qualify? And if it does qualify, would you say it's actually in the running for Game of the Year?
I
I
say
mean,
it
the
should.
way they're trying to do it, it seems like
It's
the way
in,
they now it's called Destiny: The Taken King. Like they're not even setting it as like if it was a DLC. They're almost putting it out there like, look, this is the new game. This is the second version of it. That's going to
Right.
be much better than the first one.
They even changed like the intro music and
Yeah,
everything.
intro music be cranking though, by the way. I just want to say that real quick. The intro,
I'll
I
go
just
with you on
let it
that one.
play.
I think they rebranded it. I don't consider it. I mean, I feel like, I'll use like a Dragon Ball Z example because Budokai 1 and Budokai 2. I mean, you might argue that, they're the same, but Budokai 2 completely took a dump on 1. So in my opinion, I kind of see it kind of like that, like in that
Well,
realm.
I guess I
It,
guess my question is,
it took a change. It's a whole new game.
it's a whole new game.
Oh,
Yeah.
I agree. They took a formula
Definitely.
and completely
So
re.
so essentially the $40 that most of us had to spend to go up to the Taken King. For a lot of people, they jumping in for the first time. They paid 60 like it's a brand new game. You know what I'm saying? And they got all the old content plus the Taken King. For
They,
them, it's definitely a brand new game.
yeah, they played us on that though.
Why would anyone
For you all,
yesterday play The Dark Below?
right? This is
I would.
equivalent to them, as opposed to the fact that yes, we were able to just download it. This is equivalent to them saying, all right, Destiny 1 no longer exists, quote unquote. We're putting out Destiny: The Taken King. This is a new game. Go to the store and get it. This is the same as that, in y'all opinion.
Yeah,
All right. So then, when it comes to Game of the Year contenders and runners, this should be in the running for Game of the Year, just like any other game that
most
came out.
definitely.
I would definitely throw it in there.
They might
Most
not
definitely.
because of a technicality.
Well,
But
I'm asking based on you saying that you feel like this is a brand new game, you would put it in the running, correct? I'm not saying it will win it. I'm just asking, should it be in the running?
oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna keep it
I would
100.
put it in there.
because if you think about how people are in 2015. We always talk about how younger people have a shorter attention span, and
No
you,
doubt.
you think about the fact that this game has been played for a year. Like people have been playing this game for a year. Like how
Right.
often do you see that in the game nowadays? Most of the time, it's like 2-3 months. You
4 months max.
yeah,
Picking it up for 3 months and going
Unless it's Madden or 2K, right? Like
right.
only like sports games, maybe Call of Duty, right? A new one's coming out every year.
right.
Yeah.
So,
So, I mean, it's a credit to Bungie that they were able to completely. They obviously did some introspection. They obviously did some listening to the fans. A
absolutely.
lot of stuff that people complained about, and people they took a lot of heat. Didn't say much. They just said we're working on it. We're working on it. And I mean, it was worth every penny to me.
I
Every penny.
dig it.
I still feel like they played us in some part of the money aspect into
Yeah.
what others was paying for it, and like they want an extra $20 for the collection version for people to get different businesses. People, year one people should have got all of that stuff regardless,
I agree.
because
I agree with that.
we spent $120 compared to somebody's $70, $80.
Right.
We should
Right.
have got that regardless.
I mean, I paid 80 for it or 100 for it the first time, so I could get the DLC with it.
Or
You know what I'm
even
saying?
people that beat the Triumph for year one, they
Yeah.
should have got it regardless.
Yeah.
That should
I
have been
agree.
part of the Triumph, whatever.
I agree.
So,
I'm with that. What about you, Stu? I mean, look, Sticks straight up said it was worth every penny.
it's still worth the money.
Now,
Yeah, it was
now,
worth it.
now, for you, new Joker, you have put out the money like 3-4 times.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got rid of it and then bought it again and got rid of it and bought it again. You got it on the Xbox. You got it on the PlayStation. So for you, same thing. It's worth every dime.
Worth every dime.
My man.
And I'm gonna keep it real. I got it on both systems too, man.
So you,
I just play the Xbox a lot more, man.
I feel you. That's right, because that's probably where your people at.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
squad up.
So that's what it is, though, because you gotta have a team. But one thing I say they should fix with this Destiny, it's a big LFG thing with Destiny. It's big. They should make it more in game, where people don't gotta go and type and find somebody that's on the LFG. It's already in your menu, just like how you go to track items. You could go to the LFG through your menu. That's one thing I say they should fix.
I would say that, yeah, that's again, one of the things that people have as an issue with it in terms of the story and everything was that the story wasn't built into the game. The story was built into the Grimoire cards, and then you got to go to the website and look it up and try to read it. And so, yeah, there's a lot of story there.
Yeah, that also
You got to do
too.
a lot of extra work to get to that.
Right.
So I will say that I don't really like that either. So look, gentlemen, any final thoughts? Anything y'all want to share? Anything you want to say that you feel? We'll start with you, new Joker.
If you haven't bought Destiny, you need to buy it now. I done bought it 3 times now. Over. Love, hate, but I'm on it now. If you haven't bought it, you need to buy it. You're missing out.
Fair enough. My man Killer 313 Squad. What you got?
Man, just go ahead, like New Joker said, if you haven't brought it, go ahead and buy it. You'll know what you're missing. It's a lot of fun, man.
Real talk.
No, if you want Xbox One, you can go ahead and send me a friend invite. I have no problem helping you through it.
Yeah, make sure you hit him up. It's on Xbox. It's Killer 313 Squad. It's a space Killer space 313 space Squad. Or you can just look for me, man, and you can find them in my friends list. I'm Empty Shell, so you can look for me. You'll find them there. I'm friends with all these guys on there, so if you hit me up, you'll find all of them. Sticks, you can peel yourself away from the game. Your squad gonna lose, bro. You peel yourself away.
Okay, but I mean, for real, echo what they said. It's a great game. Buy it. Add me Sticks2K9 if you need, somebody to help shoot enemies in the face.
My man.
If you don't add us, we're gonna have to shoot you in the face. I mean,
That's right. That's right.
If you're not on my team in Crucible, it's all bad.
the choice is yours.
So I'll feel you on that, too.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, so look, ladies and gentlemen, that's our feelings on Destiny, the Taken King, the 2.0. It is a new game. It is in the Game of the Year contingency. So that means go out, put your paper down, pick it up, add us so you can have some squad mates, and we're going to move forward because as it stands right now, all of us got to get back on and keep playing so we can hit 300, take this dude Oryx
296, man. I'm 296 right now, man.
Yeah,
I'm about to play 270.
I'm in the gym right now, but Oryx, you better watch out. 'Cause we
come.
Okay.
Hey, listen, gentlemen, I want to thank y'all for joining me in this hangout. I greatly appreciate it. I'll see all y'all in a few minutes online, because y'all know what it is.
Yeah.
Golden
Hey,
Snacks,
new Joker, y'all make sure y'all add.
Adam.
Adam,
Adam.
New Joker 89. It's actually the same on everything now. I guess the dude dropped it on Instagram. So New Joker 89 on everything.
My man fixed it. My man took it. Fixed it. All right, y'all. Make sure y'all check us out. We'll see y'all online. Loading Snacks out.